In this video, I'm going to tell you how to get your blades professionally sharpened, and even more important, I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to keep them sharp. Hey everybody, this is Dale Reeves, owner of Delano's Edge Professional Blade Sharpening. I'm right here in Montgomery, Alabama. Don't worry if you're on the other side of the U.S., if you're in California, whatever, it's not a problem. I can still take care of you. Alright, so what are my services? I sharpen stuff. I sharpen just about everything. I can put an edge on your kitchen cutlery. I sharpen all types of kitchen cutlery. You see a butcher knife there. I put the typical angles on everything, depending on what kind of tool it is. But you know, if there's something special you want, you know, I've done plenty of odd things for people, different kind of angles and edges, and you can just see all kinds of kitchen knives here. Even odd things like that. Yes, I can do that too. Let's see. There's some Henkels there. It doesn't matter if they're cheap or expensive. You know, that does not matter. I'm not going to ruin the temper on your blade. Here's some camping knives, pocket knives. There's some more serrations. As far as serrations go, I can do pretty much any of them except for micro serrations, which are so small you just really can't work with it. Let's see. There's a hoe blade. Those are always fun. So yeah, it's I love doing it. I love sharpening. As you can see, I take a picture of a lot of different things I've sharpened. I love those. Hatchets, axes, all that kind of stuff. You know, I can take care of that too. There's a sling blade, odd things, lawnmower blades, loppers. I can get you covered on that too. And of course, a lot of scissors and clipper blades. As far as how to get my services, if you're local, if you're in Montgomery, of course, just give me a call. Come by, you drop off. I call you later, you pick up. Not a problem. Easy peasy. I also offer mobile sharpening. I do go down to Florida once every month for about a week and sharpen for dog groomers and all down there. I sharpen in Auburn, Alabama, Birmingham, Clanton, all of those areas. So if you got any questions, just give me a call. Everybody else, if you're not in the area, if you're in California, that's not a problem either. I do mail-in service. You can ship everything to me. It's not a problem. And I'll get it sharpened up and send it right back. There's all kind of details on my website, delanosedge.com. Check it out. It gives you all the details. Why use my services? Well, there are plenty of sharpeners out there. I can't speak for any of them. I can only speak for myself. So let me just tell you a little bit about me and how I got into this. I was a land surveyor for 13 years. How many of you know what this is? I sharpen a machete many times a week for years. And everybody in the crews, they know what that's about. Yes, you surveyors out there, y'all know what that is. Oh, that's awful. No, if you're wondering, no, I will not sharpen any of your blades with a file like that, so don't worry about it. But all you surveyors out there, y'all shout out to me in the comments. Let me know if y'all are doing anything different nowadays. As far as I know, that's what we always did, and that's what every other surveyor did as well. Let me know. Spending all that time sharpening a machete with a bastard file. Okay, this is called a bastard file. Look it up. It's on Google. You can Google it. It's there. I promise you. That's what it's called. So sharpening a machete with a file like that, that's it's pretty hardcore. Takes a while, but you get used to it. But that was my real first interest with sharpening and how you get it just right, how you hold the angle right. That was just the beginning interest. Then I was a woodworker, had my own shop, chisels, all kind of sharp tools in there, planes, you know. There was always something sharp around me, and of course it would get dull. So that was when I started looking into different ways of sharpening things. Then I was a veterinary technician for a few years. Love the job, love animals, critters, all that. We did use clipper blades, scissors, surgical scissors, regular scissors, all kind of scissors, and of course dull clipper blades. That's a pain. So then I got to looking into clipper blade sharpening, and that's when things really started to hit me. I might could make a living at this, and everything kind of went from there. I've been honing my skills from there, if you will, pun intended. But I use all kinds of different equipment for different kind of sharpening. I've learned everything about the different steels that there are in knives, the different edges, the different angles. There's so much more involved in it than what I thought there was. So it took a lot of studying, a lot of figuring things out. When it comes to different equipment for sharpening, there's a lot of things out there. A lot of people say, don't use this, don't use that, it's got to be this. And then the next person will say the exact opposite. So I've got a lot of different equipment because I didn't know what the truth was. But now I've got it all figured out. I've got all my equipment, I've got everything that I need to get you taken care of. So for more details, there's a website, delanosedge.com. Go check it out. All kind of good details there. I have a Facebook business page. Please go and check that out. And of course, there's YouTube. Please do the thing. Go down there, hit the like, give me a thumbs up. All of you land surveyors out there, shout out to me. Please, everybody, subscribe to this channel. There's a lot more stuff coming. Okay, here it is. 3 tips on how you can keep your blades sharp after I've sharpened. Number 1, store them properly. Don't put them in your drawer without them being in a sheath or something, just a mess in your drawer. Don't do that. They beat around, they get all tore up. There's knife magnets that you can put anywhere. Stick it on that. If you don't have a sheath to put your knife in, get a sheath. Or make one. I'll do a separate video on that. There's a very easy way to do that. So, subscribe. Please don't put your knives in the dishwasher. The heat from the water, the chemicals and the cleaning stuff that they put in there, all of that changes the temper of your blade. Some dishwashers will get hotter than others. I don't keep up with what brands do what, but over time they just ruin your blades. Yes, it can get dull and you send it to me and I sharpen it, but if you've been putting it in the dishwasher, it's not going to stay sharp that long. I promise you. Number 3, what are you cutting on? What kind of a cutting board are you using? Or are you putting that sandwich on the plate and then cutting the sandwich in half on the plate? No, don't do that. That just tears the edge right up. If you're putting your sandwich on a cutting board, excellent. Now there's 2 main kinds of cutting boards. There's your typical butcher block wooden type of a cutting board. That's great, but they do have the pores and everything in the wood, the grain. That will dull the blade over time, but it's not that bad. The best thing to cut on are those cheap plastic ones. I don't know the technical name for what kind of plastic it is, but you know what I'm talking about. Those big white ones, well, you can get any size, but it's much easier on your blade. Please use them. I recommend them 100%. When they get nasty looking, and even when you wash them, you can't seem to get everything out of the little cuts that are all in it, not a problem. You can sand it. Just sand it down. Easy peasy. Alright, we're at the end of this video. I hope you liked it. If you want for me to sharpen for you, please go to my website, delanosedge.com. I'll put a link down below. There's plenty of useful information down there on the website that will help you out, show you how to get in touch with me, and all the different ways that you can get my services. So please hit that like button down below, subscribe to my channel, and hit that bell on there as well. That way you can be notified when these other videos come out. And also comment down below, let me know your thoughts on the video, if there's any other kind of videos that you'd like to see me do. I do have plenty of other plans. If you have any questions, of course, I'll do everything I can to answer them for you. So this is it. So stay sharp, stay tuned.